Good morning, folks. Happy Sunday. Welcome to another episode of Sports News Flash at 12. I am your weekend sports anchor, Miguel Medina. Let's kick things off with college football. Man, what a game. What a game between Notre Dame and Duke. Duke almost, and I repeat, almost had Notre Dame in this game. But Sam Hartman, fourth down, his fearlessness, his tenacity to try to find an open man, but instead he ran to get that first down. And that led on to him throwing a game-winning touchdown and then a two-point conversion. Notre Dame managed to win this game 21-14. It was a great defensive battle between both teams, but I just didn't like the way that game ended with Duke's quarterback going down with that terrible ankle injury. When I saw the replay, it was just awful, awful. It was a great game, but I just hated that it ended the way it did with that injury. Prayers goes out to that kid. It was just awful. You hate seeing stuff like that in sports, but Duke has been an amazing story this season. Usually, when we talk about Duke and North Carolina, we think about college basketball, but both teams have been thriving in college football this season. But great victory by Notre Dame. Great bounce back after losing that tough game against Ohio State last Saturday. LSU and Ole Miss, that was another fantastic game. Very high-scoring game between both teams. It came down to the last possession of the game. LSU had a chance at the end to try to throw a touchdown, but Ole Miss made a great defensive stop at the end zone. And boy, if you saw that crowd was rocking last night. So Ole Miss, they won this game. But man, shout out to both teams for playing such an outstanding game, giving us college football fans something to remember, something to talk about. But great effort by LSU, but a much even better performance by Ole Miss. So those are two great games that were phenomenal, that stood out to me from week 5. Texas dismantled Kansas. This is the first time since 2009 or 2019. I forgot to write it down that Texas Longhorns got off to a 5-0 start to the season. So congratulations to Texas. Clemson and Syracuse. I wrote about my predictions on Saturday Blitz. Shout out to Saturday Blitz on Fansided. And I picked Clemson to win this game by at least 3 or 4 points. Syracuse came into this game 7 points favorites, but Clemson won this game 31-14. I did expect Clemson's defense to give Garrett Schrader problems yesterday. From the first quarter, I noticed that Syracuse got out to a lousy start, and it stayed that way. Syracuse came into this game 4-0, but this game was their first big test of the season in this ACC matchup. Clemson 0-2 against ACC conference teams. They lost to Duke. They lost to Florida State, but they earned this win against Syracuse to get their first ACC conference victory of the season. Clemson is the better team, and that's something I wrote about on my article in Saturday Blitz. So Clemson, they improved to 3-2. At Syracuse, they're now 4-1 in the season. But I'm looking forward to see how these two teams play for the rest of the season against other opponents. We're moving on to baseball now. The Baltimore Orioles reliever Felix Bautista, he will have Tommy John surgery next month. This is a very devastating blow for Baltimore. who is having an incredible season, incredible story, 100-win season. And 2 seasons ago, they had 100-plus loss season, 100-plus losses. But Felix Bautista, he will miss the entire postseason and most likely the entire 2024 season. He's in his prime, 28 years old, and he also agreed to a $2 million 2-year contract with Baltimore. So I hope he comes back and better than ever. But when you're thinking about Tommy John surgery, that's a serious injury. So let's see what was going to happen with him. But clearly, this sucks that he won't be out there to compete, be out there for his team. Houston Astros and Texas Rangers, they secure playoff spots with their victories on Saturday night. Unfortunately for Seattle Mariners, they will miss the playoffs. They had such a fantastic season, and but hey, not everyone can make the postseason. I was hoping they would get in and Houston would be out, but the better teams got in, and there's always next season. Seattle lost to Texas yesterday, and it was just a lousy pitching night, and things just didn't go their way. The San Francisco Giants, they fired manager Gabe Kapler on Friday. In 4 seasons, Gabe Kapler made one postseason trip with the Giants, which they won over 100-plus games that season. So I wasn't too surprised by the firing. And nowadays, front office personnel have so much little patience on managers. So that's just, it is what it is. And how about this? Miguel Cabrera, his parents threw out the first pitch on Saturday, which was nice. His whole family was there. But on top of that, or before that, on Friday, the Tigers announced that Miguel Cabrera will begin his new role with the team as a special assistant to the president of baseball operations. So, wow, amazing career. And now he has a job right away after his playing career. So congratulations to Miguel Cabrera. Next stop is Cooperstown. And what a magnificent career this guy has had. And I've seen him from the beginning since 2003 when he emerged with the Marlins and was lucky enough to win the World Series in his rookie season. So, wow, what a career. What a career for Mickey. And now off to hockey. We're going to wrap things up with hockey. The Minnesota Wild signed forwards Matt Zuccarello, former New York Ranger, by the way, and Marcus Foligno to contract extensions, which that took place on Friday. Zuccarello, he signed a 2-year, $8.85 million contract. The 36-year-old has 1 season remaining of his 5-year, $36 million contract, which he signed with the Wild back in July 2019. And he's coming off a 67-point season last year, so he still has something left in the tank, even though he's getting older. But hopefully he'll have a much better success this upcoming season with the Minnesota Wild. Toronto Maple Leafs and Ottawa Senators. Will they be a new rivalry coming into the season? The Battle of Ontario? It could be. It excites me, intrigues me, but it could be. Toronto are trying to get over the hump, and Ottawa is either playoffs or bust for them. They've gotten better this offseason. Toronto got better this offseason. It's just a matter of which team will execute better, who will rise to the occasion, who will step up if both teams I know Toronto will make the playoffs, but can Toronto go far in terms of making it to the Stanley Cup Finals? Can Ottawa make the postseason? But I expect Ottawa to make the postseason, and Toronto, they just have to show up in the postseason. They are a great regular season team, but I'm looking at guys, mostly Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews. Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews. I know what Nylander could do. Tavares, I know what he can do. Nylander has been phenomenal, but I'm looking more at Mitch Marner and also Austin Matthews. Those guys have to come through in the postseason. I expect more from those two guys.
Actually, I'm gonna be traveling this holiday season.
Where are you going?
Well, let's just say it's one of the biggest markets in the United States.
That does it for this episode of Sports News Splash at 12. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button as well. Let me know what else you want to see from this show. I'm always looking to improve, to progress. We're in this for the long haul. Enjoy your Sunday. NFL Sunday is here, so enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the last day of baseball regular season. Full season on the corner. NHL regular season's on the corner. NBA regular season's on the corner. October is a phenomenal month for sports. So happy first day of October. And I'll see you guys next Sunday. Stay safe. May God bless you all.